The United States Air Force, hailed as the world's mightiest, is so formidable that it necessitates a specialized site for retired military aircraft referred to as an airplane graveyard. This graveyard is none other than the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, reportedly housing approximately 6,000 outdated or damaged warplanes. While retired, these aircraft serve a crucial purpose. If active jets encounter issues, the intact electronic components from this graveyard swiftly facilitate replacements, aiding in aircraft repair. Hence, it's also dubbed a parts repository. Some inquire, does China possess something similar? Earlier, a Japanese satellite inadvertently captured images of a mysterious Chinese airfield, showcasing an array of parked aircraft, J-5s, J-6s, J-8s, Chang-5s, H-5s, H-6s, densely packed. This sight left certain Japanese experts in disbelief, evoking surprise at China's substantial fleet. This location hosting parked aircraft is China's Lushan Aviation Exhibition Center, functioning as a storage hub for retired Air Force planes, a center born from the commitment to safeguard the nation. With this arsenal of preparedness, any covetous actions against China would be too daring to contemplate. Behind the curtain of this enigmatic airfield's appearance stands an even more mysterious figure who has now emerged, his name, Gao Zhentong. In this video, let's hear his story. In 1937, as the Japanese army occupied Beiping, trampling over the shattered landscape, bringing humiliation upon the homeland, a mere 9-year-old Gao Zhentong, still a tender child, let out a cry for change in China. If the nation is not strong, where is the dignity of our homes? Filled with youthful fervor, he dared tread where others hesitated. Without good aircraft, China cannot be strong. With an ardent determination, Gao Zhentong embarked on his aviation journey to serve the country. He gained admission to the aeronautical department of Beiyang University. However, in the old China of that time, lacking an aviation industry meant graduating in aviation equated to unemployment. 4 years later, only 4 students persisted in the entire department, with Gao Zhentong among them. At this juncture, China's first institution of higher learning in aerospace engineering, the Beijing University of Aeronautics and Astronautics, commenced its establishment. At a mere 24 years old, he spearheaded the construction of the Materials Mechanics Laboratory, working tirelessly into the night, forgetting meals, and sleeping on office chairs due to the absence of accommodation. In an era of scarcity, he oversaw the production of China's first batch of resistance wire strain gauges and designed and manufactured China's first optical elasticity instrument. In 1956, at the National Materials Mechanics Experience Exchange Conference, the laboratory overseen by Gao Zhentong at Beihang University was widely recognized as the country's finest materials mechanics laboratory. The best in the country? Compared to what Gao Zhentong accomplished later on, this achievement hardly counts for much. We all know about the most terrifying and mysterious place in the sea, the Bermuda Triangle. Similarly, in the field of aerospace science and technology, there exists a prohibited zone referred to as the Bermuda Triangle, known as fatigue failure and reliable design. What is fatigue failure? It's when structural materials used in aircraft, due to repetitive stress during flights, develop cracks in weak spots leading to a gradual fatigue death. Then, suddenly, without any warning signs, it causes the aircraft to fracture. 80% of flight accidents caused by structural strength issues stem from fatigue, making it the aircraft's archenemy. In 1954, 2 large British planes suddenly crashed, resulting in a tragic loss of 56 lives due to aircraft fatigue failure. In the early days of New China, we lacked research in this area. The understanding of how long aircraft materials lasted, when to replace them, was entirely unknown, leading to fatal accidents. After 1970, it became urgent to establish the fixed lifespan and extend the life of aircraft structures, anti-fatigue designs to ensure flight safety. So, Gao Zhentong declared war on this aerospace, Bermuda Triangle. He had considered the void in backwardness but failed to entirely grasp what he was about to face. Developed countries studied aircraft structural fatigue, conducting experiments with 5 aircraft per model, but due to our financial constraints, we could only provide 1. Because each aircraft varies in takeoff and landing forces, flying habits, getting the same safety lifespan value from data of just one aircraft seemed like an impossible feat. Even foreign experts called it a fantasy. Simulating aircraft flight conditions on the ground was already incredibly difficult, let alone achieving simulated flight data solely based on one test aircraft, and the conclusions had to be precise and accurate. However, it was Gao Zhentong who accomplished this unthinkable feat. Nestled in a rudimentary laboratory, he repeatedly tested the fatigue life of aircraft components, meticulously examining component holes through a magnifying glass to observe the fatigue fracture evolution process. Through exhaustive research and comparisons using one test aircraft, he determined the shortest lifespan for the entire fleet. After establishing the lifespan for aircraft, he resolved structural fatigue issues one by one through experimental calculations, extending the lifespan of aircraft components. He also authored pertinent professional books, like Fatigue Application Statistics, a book still revered as a classic in the industry today. Back then, with just a pen and a sheet of paper, every stroke and curve, even the intricate charts and graphs, were meticulously drawn by him. This monumental endeavor consumed over 20 years of his life until its completion in 1993. Under Gao Zhentong's relentless efforts, an achievement deemed impossible by foreign experts was attained: the collection of a staggering 4 trillion pieces of unique flight data in China. This data provided significant technological support for determining the lifespan and safe usage of each aircraft. He extended the lifespan of China's thousands of military aircraft from just over 1,000 hours to 3,000 hours, generating billions in economic value for the nation. He tackled a global challenge, introducing China's own reliable structural lifespan theory, which has been successfully applied to over 20 types of aircraft, including fighter jets, bombers, transport planes, passenger aircraft, and helicopters. For over 30 years, domestically produced aircraft such as the Yun 7-inch and Yun 8 series have flown millions of hours across 100 flight routes without any structural fatigue accidents. Even international peers couldn't help but acclaim Gao Zhentong's achievements stand as one of the most significant research advancements in this field internationally over the past few decades, making him one of the most influential and world-leading scientists in the 21st century structural reliability research field. Today, in the Lushan Aviation Exhibition Center, every model of China's military aircraft, from J-5s, J-6s, J-8s, Chang-5s, H-5s, H-6s, and more, owes their fixed and extended lifespan to the giant figure named Gao Zhentong. A life of excellence and tireless dedication, serving as a technical advisor for 8 aircraft manufacturers and research institutes, retiring only at the age of 90, labeled as the perpetually energetic fatigue structural expert. Elected as an academician of the Chinese Academy of Sciences in 1991, the 6 exceptional students he mentored later became academicians themselves, a rare feat in the research community. His accomplishments and status could warrant a life of utmost comfort in his later years. Yet, to this day, he resides in a modest 70-square-meter-old house, having spent his life savings of over 2 million yuan entirely on poverty alleviation and education. Due to his frequent donations, staff at the China Charity Federation assumed that Gao Zhentong's family must be wealthy. However, during a visit to assist with a donation, they discovered his humble abode: no valuable furniture, just books and a pile of airplane models. Living a remarkably simple life, wearing a sweater for over a decade until it's worn out, sometimes having simple meals of vegetables and tofu, yet, beneath his frugal lifestyle, he continuously donates without hesitation. This led to misunderstandings among friends and family who wondered why he would donate to others but not lend them money for entrepreneurial ventures or buying houses. Nonetheless, Gao always refused, stating, "My mission is to aid the impoverished and support education." A true hero for the country and the people, pouring his heart and soul, dedicating his entire life for the prosperity and strength of the nation. Prostrating to the ground, scattering the seeds of aerospace achievements, safeguarding our skies are not just the warplanes but the people behind them. China's foundation, its tranquility, and peace owe much to stalwarts like Gao Zhentong, who have fought tirelessly for all Chinese people. Gratitude to Gao, this towering figure of the nation, a genuine idol worthy of our utmost respect. This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. We genuinely appreciate your support.